beautiful souls, and welcome to my channel. Today we will be reading from some cards. I call upon my angels, archangels, and my ancestors. I call upon hope, faith, love, abundance. I call upon protection. May we be guided by our own intuition, and may we learn the lessons as seen through others, so that we don't have to repeat mistakes others have already done. Okay, so this is the theme for today's reading. What are the dominant emotions that run my life? And I already had a pre-pulled card that says, what if it was easy? So you need to ask yourself, do you have emotions that you cannot control? Is it anger? Is it a feeling that you cannot be helped? What kind of emotions do you have that run your life literally, that is not who you are, but that they somehow twist your situations and become more important than what you are? If you feel yourself as a person who is filled with love and honesty and gentle person, full of care, and then you have situations where anger becomes the better of you, this is the moment for you to take a step back, go into a meditation, and find the reason why. What is the core situation that triggers you to have this anger? Can you go back enough to remember what is it that triggers this kind of behavior right now in your life? So yes, we can even do that right now. So take a deep, deep breath. Take a pause and slowly exhale. Do that 2 more times. So it's time to go back into your childhood and remind yourself of the situations that made you feel like you were helpless. So you started lashing out in some way. And I want you to remember at least one of those situations. And today, your mission is to share this story with somebody, because sharing the story will make you be seen, and you will feel that there is light shed upon this. You will help yourself heal from this situation and turn your whole life in the present different, just by this simple little act of acknowledging what happened, understanding you're not to be blamed, or nobody else was to be blamed. It's circumstance. It is what life is like. And you need to be brave and speak your truth with somebody without guilt or shame upon yourself or upon anybody else. So I'm going to pull a different card now. And you need to understand that these two cards are connected. So what if it was easy to let go of the anger? Because the anger isn't about present. There are things that trigger you in the present that remind you of the core memory, which is producing this anger, you know? So, what if it was easy to not get mad, to not get triggered? So, share that beautiful story of how you were learning life and something happened that you didn't let go of yet. So, we have another card here. This is from a tarot deck. It says Queen of Pentacles. And I don't dive deep into the meanings of cards in tarot. I have a different kind of approach that is completely intuitive. So what I'm seeing here is blessing the evil tongues. Okay, so I assume for you, or for those who are watching, this is for those obviously who find the message. You have been surrounded by evil tongues, either in those times in your childhood when these triggers happened, either right now, or it could be both, but I'm sensing more like either. It is super important to find forgiveness for these people, for not just for the people, but specifically for the words being used. I need you to find forgiveness and to actually send blessings to these people, to also rebuke the words themselves, and to acknowledge that you are worthy. You are loved. Everybody is loved. There is always love around us, you know. So I need you to acknowledge the love that you have within you and that you are receiving, and acknowledge that everybody always has situations where there are gossips, lies, and just plain mean words around us. We live in such a world. We are trying not to, okay? We're all doing our best to get this earth in a bit more higher vibe, right? But we still do have to cope with these situations. So, yes, you can. You can find the strength and the bravery within you to let go, to say, no, I'm not what they're saying. I know I'm not what they're saying, but I forgive them and I rebuke those words that are just like, they will just crumble like sand, okay? Also, if you go in a bit deeper into your own psychology and triggers, you will understand that even if you don't know exactly who is saying or what is saying, you are an intuitive being and you feel the energy of those words coming at you. You can somehow feel it in your aura that there is something not normal, something disruptive coming at you, and it is murking your water. It is making your emotional state muddy, muddy and murky and faster than it's supposed to, but it is not who you are. You are a clean, clear, kind, nurturing river, okay? And you know that. And then you ask yourself, why do I have to go through this and stuff like that? Because we all have lessons. It is okay. It is perfectly okay. So just, even if you don't know who these people are and what the words are, just find forgiveness and send them blessings and rebuke it. And just go like, no, it does not belong to me. I do not allow it to penetrate my aura and become a part of me and then stir up my emotional river, then makes me triggered and mad about maybe little things that do not really matter, you know. Okay, I'm going for one more today. Okay, this is a special deck that I have, and it has double-sided. Okay, no, sorry, not double-sided, but it can be a challenger and an inspiration. Okay, so we got ourselves an inspiration, and it's about you're not aware of your strength, or maybe even you are, but maybe you are aware of how strong you are, but for some reason you're not showing it. You're like, you know it, but you're just laying there like this lion. You're not showing it. You're not being up to your own standard. Maybe that's what maybe like that. So you know what you have within you. You know what you're made of, but you're not really going for it. Kind of like that. Okay. Also, I have a male soul here with me. I think it's an uncle from somebody who's watching, and so he's showing me in his hand he's holding like pebbles, but they're kind of like jewels. So maybe he was into crystals, but they're not big. They're not, I would not say that this person was like mining, or maybe, no, he's too neatly dressed. So he's showing me like small crystals, like bright see-through blue and yellow, like citrine, and I'm not sure, is that sapphire or something, like a few of them in his hand, and he's saying like something that this was connected to one of you, like you were either playing with it or you will know. Okay. And he's pointing to his heart, like he had, no, he did not have a heart problem, but he's like, because he couldn't find peace, he would internalize his stress. And like he was into, maybe a little bit into this alternative world, but he wouldn't really go through with stuff, so he would internalize his stress, and then in the end he had stomach issues, like acid reflux or heartburn. Is that the same thing? Sorry, not sure if it was an ulcer or not. So I'm seeing this person in his 40s, I'd say. And sorry, just want to check on how he died. Like, he said he didn't have like a family, he just had his nephews. He didn't have his own kids, or maybe he was distant from them. Okay, can you please show me what age you were? So it was like before 70 years of age, definitely before that. And he just keeps saying that his stomach was an issue. I don't know, I am not getting much more than that. But if this was your uncle, okay, I'm forgetting, I'm talking to a broader audience, so this applies to more of you. Maybe that's why I can pinpoint exactly. All right, let's do that. Okay, for some of you, it's a person from that's an uncle, 40 to 50, that they died, and for these people, yes, these younger, it has to do with an accident. And for these, the other soul group, it's an older person that was distant from their child or children, and this older person had issues, health issues, but did not die of them. Like, not like cancer or something, just like had health issues, but then just kind of died, like of old age. All right, I hope this makes sense. Yeah, there's something else that I want to do. I'm just being guided. I have no idea what I'm gonna do right now. All right. Okay, so there is a soul group among you who definitely needs to look into rose quartz, and but you also need to find ways to keep it clean. So rose quartz will help you a lot to maintain calm. And there is another soul group here that needs black tourmaline, as in you don't know how to set up your boundaries, so you need help with protection, like stiffening up your aura from all these negative words coming your way. And it's coming your way because they feel that you don't have your boundaries up. So for all of you watching this, the end note to all of it would be to find a way to say no with utmost grace and self-respect. Okay, that's about it. I leave you all with the biggest blessings that I can wish upon you. I ask upon healing angels, angels of protection, and love and light to be with you at all times. Thank you so much, and namaste. If you would like a reading done specifically for you from me, you can do that by ordering it from my Etsy shop. And you can find the link to my Etsy shop in the description of this video. Brightest blessings to you all.